Y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping $ usual 50/50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20 with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650-50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $ usual 50/50. Tickets are on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be sent. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshit on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Push the weight and now flex. The live is 1 in the 6. With the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight, baby. Well, it's time to bleed this morning. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Come on in, smash the like button, like and share the video. We are our own algorithm. Don't leave it up to YouTube to do anything for us. The news is spread about us by way of us. And haters that want to make videos about what we say because they care about what we say. Like they're going to care about what I'm going to say this morning. So I'm going to talk about 4 people in particular. And 3 out of the 4 have a weird fan base. What sucks is 2 out of the 4, some people, 2 of those guys have there are people that root for them that's actually genuine, and they don't accept the nonsense. They try to keep it boxing, but it's difficult when the fighters they support behave in a particular manner. And don't worry, I'm here to remind you, because there's certain things that there's no coming back for. That's why I say stay on that side of the fence. Y'all stay right there. Do not come back. Do not come back. Because I don't forget, and I don't allow my audience to forget. And I will remind everyone when it comes time. Because there is no coming back from a lot of this crap. There's no coming back from it. Let's do this roll call. Adrian Vet, Tay-Tay, good morning. Spiritually biased, G McCall, Nada 86 early in the super chat. Salute, he says, salute Drew, salute to the mighty LDBC, man. Salute you, good brother. Much love and appreciation. Thank you. Shower, salute the queen. Shower's in the building. Vince, what's going on? Ty Swindle, Macadose, Mac of the South. The Sensei, Stormy B-Man's in the building. Darrell Anderson, Anwar Willis, DP Rocker, Steve L. the Mac, my brother. Mr. Shelton in the building. Salute. Main Biker. Eric Jordan. Mr. Tiptoe. Shyland. Darius Gillard. Jumped on me a little bit. Mark Hairston. Jarrell Freeman. Jeff Spark, always supporting. Salute, brother. How you? Bob, Lamont Griffith. Steve L, the Mac. Aaron Jordan. Darryl Big G. Alf Jones. Savage. Dale Spooley. Kai World. Kawhi Elliott. MXC. My brother Trick Nolte in the building. Good to see you, brother. Salute. Adrian Crook. Snoopy Mac in the building. Big Joe Townsend. Andre Jones. Shogun. Salute. Smash the like button. Share the video. If I missed you in the chat, know that I love you. And let's get to my opinion. This is only my opinion. I don't have to agree. This is just my opinion. All four of these dudes here, to me, it is what it is. They lost all privileges. To me, they lost all privileges. There's competition and trying to prove you're the best. But then there's something called etiquette and loyalty to your community. And I don't want to hear, oh, why y'all always talking about race? Always got to talk about race. Ryan Garcia made this about race. He did. Henry Garcia made it about race with the nappy hair comment. Michael Ray, Dirk Gambo, salute. They made it about race. They did that. They did that. Still waiting on Ryan Garcia's apology to George Floyd's family. What happened to him saving the kids? We weren't talking about race. We were not talking about race. It was them with that nonsense. And instead of a lot of these black fans and other fighters standing on business and saying, you know what, nah, F this dude. Y'all stood y'all ground. And hating on Bill and Dev was more important to you than anything. When all of this stuff came out, remember, when we thought it was just a loss, we took the L. That's all. Rodnell, salute. That's all. We just took the L. It was like, all right. Minor setback for a major comeback. All right, that's just what it is. It's part of boxing. It's not the first time a fighter that I supported lost. It's not the first time. I'm cool. Then we started finding out things. And we was like, all right, well, let's let the system do its job. Let the system do its job, right? You know what my concern was? The same system that did what they did to Deontay? Okay. Let's see what happens. Black Jericho, salute. But they got it right. They got it right. Then Ryan started lying all over the place, making it worse and worse and worse. And when he was dead to rights, and then, we were like, wait a minute, what was that IV about, though? Gerald, what up? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, he was playing in our face the whole time. There's no IV. Why is he using an IV? Then he starts he blamed everybody from Victor Conti to Bill Haney being connected to Scooter, which blew my mind. It blew his mind too. It's like, wait a minute. You flew me in to help you. You wasn't on weight. What do you mean I gave you something? He blaming ashwagandha and all this other crazy snacks. What up? All of this stuff. Yeah, Dirt Game Boss, I'm going to talk about that. All of this stuff. And when it does settle, what did we find out? Ryan was wrong. He lied. He never took accountability. He's still not taking accountability. And he's a racist. And I could have put a lot of people on this side of the fence. I was just tired last night. I could have put Keyshawn over there. I ain't forget what he said. The reality is the whole world of boxing should have not wanted to deal with this guy just because he was a cheater. Put the racist thing aside for a second. Who the hell's supposed to want to work with Ryan Garcia? Let alone a black man. But who the hell's supposed to want to work with this guy? Hey, man, I don't like what you said. That George Floyd thing was way out of line. You talking about you getting raped in the forest. Ryan, where was your father and mother when that happened? You know what? Never mind, man. You were high. Hey, by the way, he admitted that he was high. I had the camera on him. I'm going to pull it up in a second. You know what, bro? Working with you actually ruins my brand. But you know what? They don't see it that way. You know why? Freedom's March, salute. You know why? Because a lot of the industry and a lot of these dudes, they're sexually attracted to him. Y'all think we playing when we say that. I'm not trolling. They are. They are. Y'all heard that dude call him pretty? They were talking about boxing and a rematch and everything, and this dude just, his 2 seconds of funk was, and you pretty and shit. I was like, wait a minute. What? They talking about a Devin rematch and what are you going to do next in a Tank rematch? Your shining moment is to call him pretty. Grown-ass man. Grown-ass man. So you think we're playing when we say this? Yo, look, I know what I'm dealing with here. The whole industry of entertainment is filled. You know what? Let me park here for a minute. Let me tell y'all something, man. The entire entertainment industry is littered with them. Littered. They're littered with sexual deviants and pillow biters. Let it marinate. Miguel! Why else do you think one of my entire live streams is not even on YouTube and YouTube says, oh, we don't know what happened? Who remembers when I was cooking Ryan Garcia at an off hour? I don't normally go live. I forgot when I was doing it. And then they interrupted my live stream. There was like 500 people in here. Mr. Shelton texted me, yo, your live just stopped. I looked at my StreamYard, it said 0. I said, what'd I do? I said, I got flagged. Normally when YouTube interrupts your stream, it means you're getting a flag and a strike. A strike to go with it. I go to my studio, I said, I'm not. I set up a whole new live. I said, I'm not. What the hell happened? I started another live. I cooked for about an hour. I contacted YouTube and said, what happened to my live? Nobody knew anything. I said I wasn't belligerent. I was just cooking Ryan. What rule did I break? They said, we don't know what you're talking about. The live is not even on YouTube. The second one is called You Can't Stop Me. But there's a first one before that. I was cooking for like an hour. I have the live. I'm going to upload it on my Patreon. I have both of them. And that's why you use third-party apps when you go on live, by the way. In YouTube, hey, you'll never stop me from using the third-party app because of situations like this. When you use StreamYard and you're done, it backs up into your drive. You have you have a drive on the app, and you could download it onto your computer or your external drive or whatever. I have it, but YouTube don't know where it went. It just stopped. So my whole live just vanished. Super chats and everything is gone, and they don't know what happened. I ain't pursue it. Documentation beats conversation. I have it. You don't know what happened to it? Oh, cool. You don't know what happened. That's fine. I have it, though. I have it. And it's going to be hell to pay. Don't think I forgot, Miguel. Don't think I forgot. You didn't like me cooking on this dude that you masturbate over. That's what it is. In the entertainment industry, whether it be music, whether it be boxing, whether it be Broadway, anywhere, this filled with sexual deviance in those people. D'Artagnan 8 in that super chat, salute. Much love and appreciation. And you're seeing it. It wasn't rumored since I was a kid. You know, you get around. Listen, man. You get around those people that are very successful in the industry, I don't care how they look on screen. When you talk to them, some of them, not all of them, I can put it on all of them, you see what's going on. The dude that played Uncle Phil, Jenna, what up? The dude that played Uncle Phil on Fresh Prince, I forget his real name, that passed. Man, listen, I've been hearing about him for years. They said when the camera's not on, he's flamboyant and prancing around the damn set. James Avery, don't believe that masculine man is just on the Fresh Prince. Everyone said, yo, that dude was a fairy, like out and about, like you couldn't hide it. And that's cool. I'm not talking bad about it. I'm just saying that's what come on, man. Sexual deviants and those people. Now, I'm not saying all of those people are sexual deviants. I'm not saying that. Because that's two different things. Sexual deviance and those people. If you're going to pursue a career in any industry, you have to be prepared to deal with those people. Because a lot of those people are in positions of power. That's just it. That's number one. Number two, even the straight dudes be sexual deviants. Look, I heard some things about Diddy that are fugazi. But you see he's on trial. You see what they're talking about. They're trying to hit him with RICO charges and racketeering and all this gangster stuff. But what did they talk about for the first 2 weeks? Baby oil and sex parties. Freak-offs. Thank you, Tay-Tay. And when you get down like that, the rite of passage, there's a rite of passage, and things are a lot more easier for you. That's just it. We all hear about Hollywood. We've been hearing about that. You've been hearing about it in the music industry for years. Like, yo, how the hell does she got a hit record? It's not even that good, but she all over the radio. Well, word on the street is she gets banged out. Favors for flavors. Real talk. What makes you think it's not any difference in, I don't know, the NFL, the NBA? You got to have some talent. But it's like, yo, why this dude always on the bench everywhere? Don't get no playing time. What's going on here? Word on the street is he's getting passed around. I can't deny or confirm. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. What makes you think boxing is any different? Harvey, what up? Yeah, you're right. Hollywood been like that. What makes you think that this don't happen in the boxing industry? You have to have talent. You do. But you know what else I'm going to say? There is some truth to what Ryan was saying. I do think someone touched on him. I do think his parents sacrificed him to a degree, and they just try to ignore it. I do think that. A lot of that stuff was exaggerated, but it come from somewhere. I think someone touched on him. I do think that. I think his parents failed to that degree. They either like auctioned him out or took their eyes off him long enough and put him in the care of somebody that touched on him. I do think that. That happens. I repeat, that happens. Oh, Drew, that don't happen to boxers. Yes, it does. Ask Sugar Ray Leonard. Read his book. He said it. It happened to him when he was well into his adulthood. Read it. Come on, what up? Shaquille O'Neal, salute. Dragon Fame. Bob. It happened to Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray Leonard. Stop it. That's what all that meltdown was. When he was caught 8 ways a Sunday, he tried to make you feel sorry for him. And then he displayed how easy it is to disrespect black people in our face. And none of you, a lot of you Negroids, didn't do anything. Didn't say anything. I canceled them, bro. My beef with Ryan, prior to all of this stuff, was he's not a 4 king. He's an Instagram star. Yo, but he got a left hook. I don't care. What belts did he run? Has he won? Is he going on a campaign to win some titles? He needs to do something. So he's not a 4 king. That was the extent of my beef with him. Pause. Told Stephen A. Snitch, hey, I'm not trying to pursue belts. We're beyond belts. I'm gonna knock Tank out in 2 rounds. He said that. That's what he said. You can't cheat Tank. Tank said, man, I think he's on drugs. We're gonna fight him at a weight that I'm comfortable with. He put Sendy, that Mongolian kid in his camp, bust his ribs up. Remember? Ryan, are you okay? Remember that? True Boxing Night, salute. Nicholas Levy, salute. Remember that? Are you okay? Drained him. Hugged him to death the first round. Dropped him in the second. Boxed him and stopped him with a body shot. The same part of the body, but I think it was the right side of the ribs that Sendy injured in sparring. Are you okay? Brian, are you okay? Should have ran it with him. That was his fault. Yeah. Yeah, Stormy Corey Holcomb said that stuff in Hollywood is real. BVO, salute. Mark Wunderlich in the building. Well, that's the casting couch is real. What's that Jewish dude's name that's on trial? Hollywood dude, I forget his name. But he was going to trial because he was a creep. And these women started coming out saying, yeah, he was a creep to me. Had a trail of destruction. Sexual deviance. What makes you think that wasn't going on? That doesn't. Harvey Weinstein. Thank you, Gerald. Yeah. What makes you think that this don't go on? Thank you, Xavier. Epstein. What happened to him? Better yet, forget Epstein. Where's that list? Why isn't anyone going crazy on the news? Wait, whoa. Okay, he hung himself, and when he did it, mysteriously the COs went on break. That's what they were going with? If it's dual patrol, they don't go on break at the same time. I'm looking at this like, man, somebody killed him. But wait a minute, never mind that. Where's that list? Okay, he's dead. Okay, he's a creep. He's dead. Where's that list? Nobody wants to talk. You notice that went away? That went away. That went away. Okay. That went away. Nobody want to talk about it. Okay. So do I think Ryan was a victim of some of that? Yeah. I think somebody touched on him. I think someone touched on him. Yeah, I think so. I think he liked it. But black people had nothing to do with it. Because if it was a black person, he'd have went hard on him. Yeah, pun intended. He'd have went hard on him. This is the guy that did it, and this is where he is, and this is when he did it. This is when he did it, and this is where I was, and he came into the room and was like, yo.
He you suck dicks!
And I was like, today I do. And he stabbed his tonsils. He took his man meat and used my tonsils as a speed bag. And finished in my eye. It was disgusting. My gosh. It was graphic, wasn't it? Speed bagged my tonsils and said to me, you know,
I'm gonna come on you like nobody's ever come on you before.
And enter the brand new and improved Ryan Garcia. There it is. Shout out to Miguel.
Bukaki.
Right in the face. Right in the face. So everyone, all of you, every last one of you, I don't even want, all of you dudes, all of you, I can't unsee the left hook ass dudes, all of you knuckle draggers, you stay right there on that side of the fence. All of you, I just try and keep it boxing. Nope, you stay your ass right there on that side of the fence. You stay right there. If you just, after we found out what we found out with Ryan, you should have abandoned ship, retracted all statements, say, yo, you know what? Nah. Gerard Harlem in the building. You should have abandoned ship. That's it. Once again, when I speak about a code, that's what I'm talking about. Any black person that comes to me and says, what are you talking about, Coda? If you don't know what I'm talking about, your parents failed you. Your community failed you. Whatever community you identify with, they failed you. And you've been properly assimilated like the Borg, and stay the fuck away from me. You're dangerous. Because if you don't know what I'm talking about, you trying to chin check me to see if I know what I'm talking about, I will slap you if you don't ask me that shit in front of me. I'll talk to you online, but don't be in my face talking about, yo, what do you mean when you say code? And I know if you're trolling or not. Because I'm going to give you a 30-second stare for you to get it together. You better be playing. Because my response, if you say it in front of me, I'm going to slap your face off. And if you're awake, we got to fight. And that's not going to work out for you. Pray for Creasy. Salute. So online, you can get away with it. But if you don't know by now, there's something wrong with you. Thomas, what up, brother? You see those three niggas on the right side of the screen? They off code. They're off code. And I know. I got the ball sack watches. Hey, Drew, you had the camera in front of Shakur. Why didn't you say nothing? I had nothing to say to him. That was content for y'all. Also had a camera in front of Ryan. I had nothing to say to him. That was content for y'all. Let them talk. You know what else you found out with the Shakur shit? It's real brief. He called out. He called out Conor Benn at 154. And then he had to retract that statement, did he not? He said, whoa. I said 54. Wait, hold on. Nah. I'll fight him at 47, not 54. Oh, okay. There it is. He straightened it out. Listen, man. Now, how crazy would it be? Now, I'm just going to paint this picture. How crazy would it be if he fights Conor Benn and Conor Benn pops again? How crazy would it be? One more time. Yeah, I said that, Freedom's March. I could have put Keyshawn there. I could have put a lot of people there. I just didn't do it. I was tired last night. How crazy would it be if Shakur fights Conor Benn and Conor Benn, beats him up, and then we find out 3 days later that Conor Benn had a foreign substance and it was on the ban list. But it was only trace amounts. It was a billionth or a trillionth of a gram. And you got everybody in the UK saying, it's only a trillionth. Here you go again, you Americans. It wasn't enough to do anything. You know what I'm doing? Nothing. not doing anything. I'm going to let Shakur's fans deal with that one. Because when we told you, this is deeper than Devin. If y'all let Ryan get away with this shit, that opens the door for everybody. We said that. And y'all still walking around talking about, I don't care, man. It was just a bit of the gram. I can't see the left hook. He couldn't stop the left hook. As if, okay, I'm not going to say as if y'all don't know how PEDs work. Y'all don't know how PEDs work. What's that? PEDs is an acronym, you assholes. Y'all don't know that. Some of y'all don't even know. Performance enhancement drug. Enhancement. This is a game of seconds, timing. Every fighter can't just turn their head and move from a punch with just a turn of a head. You see Canelo do that. That's timing. You seen Ali do it. You seen Floyd do it. Let me give y'all a bit of advice. Well, let me give you some information, not advice. You don't get trained to do that. Stormy's in the chat. You can ask her. You said the super chat, Stormy? Hold on. What? I don't see it. It's supposed to show up on my StreamYard. I don't see it. I see 2. What? There's only 2. Nada. D'Artagnan 8. I don't see it. You see, just when I start digging at Miguel, they do that. Stormy. All right, y'all, listen. If y'all on y'all phone and y'all send me a super chat, screenshot it before you send it. And then after it sends, it should say your super chat has been sent. Screenshot that. And in any event that it doesn't show up here, DM it to me, or if you have my number, text it to me. That is fucking insane. Stormy, see if they charge your the bank for that. And if they charge your bank, stop it. Put a stop on it. Because I don't see it. Put a stop on it. Y'all know y'all can do that, right? Y'all can stop a super chat. All you got to do is go to your bank and highlight the transaction and just put a stop on it. That's all. Simple as that. One of my brothers that is no longer with us. One day, it's funny. I was laughing. One day he sent me a $200 super chat. He sent me a $200 super chat. And I was like, oh, man, yeah, he's stepping up. Oh, my God, you starting up, man. Yo, salute to you, blah, blah, blah. For the super chat, and he only said, all he said was Bronx on Dizek. If y'all, he talked like that. If y'all know, who that is, y'all know. But, he passed. And salute to the brother. But prior to that, and salute to Steve Elder Mack, he said, funk YouTube, man. Yeah, funk them. I don't know what they did. Stormy, if it went from your bank, open up your bank account now and put a stop on it. Because if it didn't register and they took it, that's nonsense. You just gave YouTube whatever amount you were sending me, you just gave it to them. And our channels act the worst when I'm talking about Ryan Garcia. I just want to let y'all know that. Rick, what up, Rick? Trey, what up? So, he sends me a super chat, and it was $200. I was feeling good about myself. I'm like, yo, salute, He emails me. He said, Drew, my bad, bro. I didn't mean to send that much. I meant to send you $2, and I sent $200 because he would super chat me. He would just like, yo, Bronx, yo, New York, Bronx on Dizek. And I'm like, oh, what up? And this day he sent me $200. I said, okay, So he emailed me, and I said, okay, when we get our money, because we get paid on the 22nd. I said, when we get our money, I'm gonna send it back to you. So when I got my YouTube money, I took $200 and I sent it back to him. And that was between him and I. I cashed apped him. He you know, it was between us. But it was funny. I was laughing my ass off, man. I was like, oh, I said, bro, I thought that was kind of like strange. And I knew sometimes, you know, your phone, if your touchscreen is acting crazy, you know, whatever, man. But whatever, he emailed me. And I know he was nervous, you know, like, oh my God, find his keepers. No, I ain't gonna do that. That was crazy. So I was like, man, I say, yo, I ain't got 200 to send right now. You know what I'm saying? But I said on the 22nd, we get our money. As soon as I get it, I'll send it back to you. You know what I mean? And everything lags a month. So whatever money you get on the 22nd of this month, it's really from the previous month's work. But I wasn't going to make them wait. So I said, yo, look, get paid on the 22nd. I said, give me your Cash App, and I'm going to send it to you via Cash App. And I did it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm just sharing that story because it's in tune. It's in line with what we're saying on here. Don't let YouTube do that to us. That's why loud is kept. I would rather y'all, you know, I appreciate all the donations. Hold on, Stormy just sent it to me right now. Yeah, it says order placed. Because when you send a super chat, they send you an email. Your bank, Google sends you an email. And it says, thank you for the purchase. He sent the $5 super chat. Man. No. And family, let me tell y'all something. Our channels act the worst. We have the most technical difficulties when we talk about Ryan Garcia. Fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Our channels, our notifications haven't been going out and things of that nature. All of that started happening last fucking year after April 21st. You know what that was? That was when Devin Fort Ryan. Okay? Okay, he said it was canceled. Derek Gaines, the legend. 88 Sports Talk, salute. I'm telling y'all, YouTube was on some nonsense before, but it was crazy. Wait, Rod said, look at this, y'all. Read that. You see that? What's that about? Rod, do me a favor. You got screen record on your phone or whatever? Try and send a $5 super chat and screen record the whole process. When they took Cortez Bowles' wrench, he came back and I had to go to his channel to make sure it was him. It was him. But I was like, where the fuck is his wrench? Then I tried to give him a wrench. YouTube wouldn't let me give him a wrench. I had to screen record it and I uploaded it as a short on my channel. Can you believe that? When I uploaded it, the next day I was able to give him a wrench. So when I tell y'all Miguel is real, I'm not making it up. There's one person or a group of people watching our content that are unconditionally in love with Ryan Garcia, and they don't like us talking about their baby. How do you say baby in Espanol? Bebe, with the accent. I'm not lying on him. He's a greasy-haired racist, and he's a cheater. Where's the lie? Where's the lie? And ever since Haney Garcia last year, and then we found out he cheated, and we went in on him when it was official. No, he cheated. We started going in on him, and we started going in on everyone that supported him. Our channel started acting worse. No notifications. People can't super chat. they're removing 10 subs in a week. I'm like, wait, that's strange. I dual stream. I'm on 2 channels right now. When this uploads, one channel, the $ is going to be in yellow. The other one's going to be in green. And when I ask these fools, yo, what's the criteria that you use when you determine whether a video is suitable for our advertisers? The first thing the person says, well, I'm not a part of that team. I said, okay, I know that, but tell me what the criteria is. What rules do you follow? Then they're going to refer me to some Google rules that I'm supposed to read. No, I know those rules. I'm asking you what it is that you follow, that y'all guys follow. I know those rules because I can go through a whole stream and not F-bomb or nothing. Then they give me some fugazi answer. And then on one channel, they say after manual review, it is determined that this live is not, hold on, this is Stormy calling me right now, hold on. All right, hold on, Stormy. Go ahead and talk, you on the air?
Yeah, salute to the chat. Listen, you told me what to do, right? I tried to send that super chat, okay, and it didn't come up like they normally do when it says super chat to Drew Titan LLC or whatever. It says super chat to Google, and then underneath it says to Drew Titan, but it's going to Google. It's not going to you. So when you were saying what to do, contact the bank to stop it or whatever, I went and I was doing screenshots to show you what they sent me, you know, as, you know, the original super chat I tried to send you. And before I could finish sending you that, they sent me a cancellation before I even contacted the bank.
So they were listening to me.
Exactly. So I sent you the screenshot of both the improper charge and the cancellation. I sent you this 4 screenshots in total. One of the email and one of the details. And for both transactions. So these people can hear me tell you live on your show right now that these people are messing with us. You in particular today, right now, us as a community of the LGBTC, and we got these people. Whoever is doing this needs to be fired and arrested, because this is something that is unethical that they're doing. They're in their feelings about what we're talking about as a subject, but we're well within our right as content creators to do so. There's much worse going on in the world that's being talked about that they let fly by day and night. This is ridiculous, but you got proof now. Those screenshots that I sent you before I could even make a move to contact the bank, they were already canceling it out.
You see that? Thank you, Stormy. Thank you. All right, brother.
I'm gonna pop back in the chat, but I just wanted to say that on your ear so people will know that this is real.
It's real.
Peace.
All right. Y'all heard it yourself. So when we say that they're out to get us, we're not making it up, man. We're not making it up. Why can't Rod Neal send more than any more than a $2 super chat, but less than a $10 super chat? D Free, salute. Y'all think we making this shit up? Nope. Exactly, Shower. It's ScrewTube. And this is why we encourage you, if you're going to donate, just go to the Venmo, the Zelle, or the Cash App. Do it that way, and then hit me in the chat and say I sent you a Venmo, Zelle, or Cash App. Do that. Why do you think I encourage people? Go to the Patreon. Because I can play the music I want and F-bomb all day long and play the videos I want and say what the fuck I want. Because y'all are paying for a service. They literally tried to steal Stormy's $5, man. Yeah, salute, Queen. Red-handed. And they only do this when I start talking about Ryan Garcia. I'm telling y'all, behind the scenes, we determined, why did there was a little glitches or whatever, we could look past that. And for the most part, prior to that, you contact YouTube and like, oh, okay, we know what it is, we're gonna work on it, whatever. But when I'm contacted them several times, and I'm talking to some person online and they don't know what's going on, to a degree, the person that you talk to online, they don't know what's going on. But Miguel, the mythical name I've made up, Tim, what up? Manda Masa Musa, salute. He is so much in his feelings. When I discuss Ryan Garcia, they literally start goofing around with my channel. And I'm not the only ones. Y'all remember when Champ Side be going in on Ryan? And they start messing up Champ Side's lives? Y'all remember all of that? Why don't do that no more? I want to ask the brother, did you update your cable provider or change it? Y'all remember when Champ Side's live would just cut out and the sound would go out and it would start jumping? You remember that? Gio James, salute. Remember that? It was becoming obvious. I started in the morning, I'm talking about Ryan Garcia, and I'm telling the truth on him. Then here comes 78. They start goofing around with his joint. And then here comes Champ Side, they goof around with his joint. And it became so obvious, they have to fall back because we started talking about it. And let me let these black fighters know, we're standing in the pocket and speaking for the righteous because it's you. And this is how they treat us as a unit, as a people. Now, why can't I stand in the pocket for my community, but somebody at Google who has unconditional love and a sexual attraction to this kid, they don't like what I have to say, or I know what I'm going to do, I'm not going to send out notifications. That's what I'm going to do. Man, I got these clowns dead to rights. Hold on, y'all. Yo, I don't understand why people call to speak to my wife at 10 in the morning like she's not at work. If anybody is home during the day at this hour, either you're off today or you're going to work later, but why do you call? Yo, listen, the time, if you're a bill collector or whoever, you trying to sell a cruise, call after work hours. When people are home, call after 5. What's wrong with you? Steve Elder Mack in that super chat, he said, this is my last super chat I'm ever sending. I really be sending it to color up the chat, but all cash out from the youngest LDBC Mac. Yo, salute to you, brother. And I appreciate that. I know y'all want y'all things read online, and I appreciate that, but I want y'all to understand. See this $5 that Steve L sent? Google is taking, I think, $1.50 from that. For every dollar you send, well, my math might be messed up. Not a mathematician, y'all. If you send $1 super chat, Google takes 30 cents from it. You know what I mean? Slim, what up, Slim? So I'm really getting 70 cents of every dollar. So do the math. So when you pay me, by way of super chat, you're really paying them. Now, some brothers and sisters, Stephen X, salute, they want to flex and, yeah, I got the bread, and I appreciate all of it. But seriously, to pay me by way of super chat is to pay them. That's why I encourage people, Venmo, Zelle, Cash App. Let me know in the chat. Just say Cash App. Drew, Zelle, Drew. I got a PayPal too. I ain't put that up. I have to redo it. D-Side says 150 is actually correct. Oh, thank you. Not a mathematician. Brother Reef, salute. Yeah. So, this is what they do. I dual stream on both my channels. I can't tell you how many live streams, or how many of my personal videos that I've uploaded. It's the same live stream. One channel is fully monetizable. The other channel, it's not suitable for most advertisers. And I'm like, what is that? So then when I contact them and I ask them 3 or 4 different times, what's the criteria? I legitimately got 3 or 4 different answers. The last person I spoke to, I explained it to him. I said, you do know I dual stream. You do know there's several lives. One says it's fully monetizable. The other says it's not. So how do I talk to the person? And when can they pinpoint what I said that says, no, not all advertisers, they ain't gonna like this. It got to a point where I had to request a review for all of my live streams. And it's in green and green and green and green. And then 4 days later, I check my studio. Now it's in yellow. I got a request for a review. That's how they slow up your bread. Just to let y'all know what we deal with here. And it got progressively worse last year, April 20th, 21st. After that, YouTube went crazy on us because we was talking about this racist. And now they're trying to rob Stormy of $5. Y'all are that low? Y'all are that low? And you know what? I'm not going to all put it on YouTube. It's Google Mods too. I'm telling you, the subscription base, and I'm going to tell you something else that happened. I had it out with a supervisor at YouTube, and she wrote me a condescending email, and I responded to her, and I said, no, that's not what this is. It's this, this, and that. And I started giving her examples, times, dates. How the hell does 15 people sub to me in 3 days, and then 17 unsub, and then 3 sub back? Subs don't work like that. I might be talking Chinese to y'all, but whatever. You might get 1 or 2 people that say, hey, man, this is not what I thought it was. That's far and few in between, but they were playing games. They were unsubscribing people from me. That's what they were doing. They did it to BF. They do it to Stormy. 78 should have been at 100,000 subs. Like 3 years ago, more than that. What we're telling you is real. Had a fool over there tell me, oh, we don't interrupt live streams. Bullshit. Get on here and start being a super racist and being super racist, being black and being a super racist, all around strong. Signs of time, salute. Being black and being super racist and F-bombing. They'll interrupt your shit in a minute and give you a strike to take that with you. Take that. But I've seen some fugazi stuff on here. I've seen women on YouTube walking around naked. I've seen full-blown Klan rallies on here with panels filled up. But I shared 2 seconds of a clip from another show and say fair use. I'm like, nope, you gotta take that strike. What? Hold on, man. Now I said all that to say this. PGH, salute. Hen Dog, salute. This is all relevant. I'm not complaining. I'm making y'all aware of what we deal with. And they don't like it when I talk like this. Can I ask y'all a question? Have I lied on Ryan? Have I lied on Tank? Have I lied on Derek James? Have I lied on Shakur? Anybody that I've dragged on here, it was with purpose. Have I lied on Tyson Fury? Have I lied on Sugar Hill? Have I lied on Keyshawn? I say, no, this is what they did. Here's the video evidence, and here's my opinion on it. It ain't right. Ryan Garcia cheated Devin Haney, and y'all still held him to a high standard. Y'all can't unsee the left hook. Well, guess what? Here we are a year removed from it, and I still can't unsee a left hook either, courtesy of Rolly Romero. How do you get outboxed by Rolly Romero? No one saw that coming. I thought Ryan Garcia was going to knock him out, which means I still held him to a skill set standard. And I thought Rolly Romero had too much damage done in the ring. He fought the Elder and he got a gift from him. But Barbosa, that guy, got a gift. The Pitbull Cruz fight, I was like, oh man, oh my God, it was all bad. So I just said, I think Rolly's there to get beat up on, and he's right for the taking. What is my PayPal? Wait a minute. Shit. What is my PayPal? You can send a PayPal through shit. Cause I don't use it like that. Let me get back to y'all on that. I'll get back to you on that. What the fuck do I know? Nah, whatever. I'll put it down there. I don't know, you know. Anyway. Yeah, exactly, Derek Gaines. Yeah, Cool got a strike for showing the violent video. They removed the video. I showed a shooting. Some dude kept harassing this dude. And dude was like, yo, come on, leave me alone, man. He was trying to run away, chase the dude around, and then he went in his belt and took out his firearm and shot the dude. Dude was a small guy, and this big dude was chasing him around a van, and he was trying to get away. He pulled out his firearm and shot the dude, and I thought it was funny. And the video was called Learn to Leave People Alone. You know, dude was obviously retreating. You know what I'm saying? And he plugged him. Dude ain't die, but he plugged him. And he beat the case. And I just did like an 8-minute video on it. On legal carries and, you know, being street smart. I put the video up on Pep Talk. They took that shit right down. I was like, damn. But go to YouTube and dig far enough. You see a lot of like ridiculous stuff. You see girls wearing strings up, just barely covering their private parts. And that's okay. I've seen panels where people are, oh, F that, F you niggas and Jews, and spits and gooks and, while the whole time they busting a gun. This is what I do to Jews. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, okay. Then you look down, the video's 7 years old. Nobody said anything? Wow. But let me get up here and talk about Ryan Garcia. Like this video today. Oh yeah, Quiet Storm. I'm reposting all of my shit on Patreon. I got a lot of work going up on Patreon. Because fuck YouTube, for real. And what they don't see, they've gotten too comfortable doing things to us, and they don't. What y'all don't know, and I'm just saying it. I have a virtual paper trail on y'all all from 2024, all the way up until this year, and they kind of got what I'm saying because I've been talking to them a lot. But magically, that last conversation I had with them, my subs started getting right, which means whatever Google mod that was fucking with me, They had to fall back. They said, yo, he caught on. Yeah, I already knew. I just wanted to make sure that y'all knew that I know. But it's too late. We still lawyered up. It's too late. It's too late. Y'all done. Y'all are done. And now y'all still in super chats? Why? Come talking about this greasy racist right here? Well, you know what? Let me talk about him some more. Ryan is a filthy, greasy racist who was auctioned out to creeps in the industry by his stupid ass father. Where's the lie? Because he insists he some Ben Wallace looking dude kidnapped him and gave him back shots in the forest, and all I said was, damn, where was Henry in all of this? And by the way, y'all, what happened to Ryan Garcia's mom's cancer?
What?
Bitch ain't dead yet? That's the line right there. That's the line that makes this video not suitable for all advertisers. That is what I just said right there. I'm just asking. He's the one that said she got cancer. I didn't say it. He's not going to keep his audience updated. Oh, it's in remission. Nothing? Nothing? Oh, she's cancer free now? Where was the parade? I missed it because I don't follow his ass. Okay. So it's in remission. Cool. Great. But PEDs matter. I was talking about PEDs, right? Boxing, it's a matter of inches and seconds. Get your mind out the gutter, you pillow biters.
What are you, a homo?
When I said inches, I'm not talking about what's in between a man's legs. Okay? He was bigger, obviously, in that fight. He was faster, and he was stronger. Devin was in there fighting a cruiserweight, if y'all don't know. Because Ryan was way over 175. No matter how many times Devin got hit, nobody said he had heart. Nobody applauded him but us. You know what y'all said? He's done. He's washed up. I knew it. One trick pony. That's what y'all said. That's what y'all said to all black fighters. Because after one loss, y'all want us to hang it up. Eric, oh, salute. Y'all want us to hang it up. Y'all want us to be done. Y'all want us to go away. Now let's say Devin did go away. Let's just say, hey, you know what? I'm done. I made my millions. I'm done. So now y'all on the Ryan train, right? Let's say he popped dirty like he did. Same situation, but now Devin is done. He hung it up, right? Let's say that happened. So now you was all invested into this cheetah. He gets in the ring with what we thought was a punching bag. And Rolly Romero. And what happens? What happens? He can't duck a left hook. How fitting. You see, this is how you know God is real. This is how you know God is real, y'all. For 1 year, y'all was talking about a left hook that you couldn't unsee. Every argument y'all was getting killed in, we said, but he cheated, but he cheated, but he cheated. Y'all kept saying, well, you know, I can't unsee the left hook. That was your only clap back. Speaking of clap back, what happened? Oscar, you're not clapping back no more? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Because the ultimate clap back, because it's never on our time, it's always on God's time. The ultimate clapback was watching him get in there with a guy that we thought was washed up. Nobody told Rolly Romero he was done. Knocked out by Tank, knocked out by Isaac Cruz. And that stoppage with Cruz was violent, man. Got beat up by the elder. And every time Rolly gets hit in the head, he got this look on his face. It's like, man, you know, he better stop, man. Rachel Donaire told me that when she spoke to him after the Isaac Cruz fight, it was a week later, he was still having headaches. I said, shit. Man. So I just knew they brought him in as a plate of food for Ryan. And then you find out Ryan is not as strong. Ryan is not as fast. And his defense always sucked. He likes eating left hooks. Wait a minute. Didn't Luke Campbell knock him down with a left hook? He goes backwards with his head straight in the air. We said all this. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. He got dumped on his head by what? A left hook. By a guy that doesn't have a reputation of being a pure boxer. And this goes to show you how stupid, this is the testament of how stupid you new fans are. Because now y'all talking about, oh, well, Rolly beats Devin. First of all, I don't know what this obsession with Devin is, but y'all go ahead and put him in the ring with Devin if you want to. It's going to be like night and day. By the time you get to round 6 or 7, you'll be like, yo, this can't be the Rolly that beat up Ryan. And I'm telling you it is. Because Ryan wasn't shit to begin with. We told you this. He's been quiet. He ain't screaming. Y'all don't say roid rage. Hell, y'all accuse me being on steroids. Before you accuse an actual ped user. Now he calm and he just talking and Casual Clark, what up? Now he just talking and he's calm and I'm like, yo, all of that shit all last year, that was roid rage, man. He's stalking his baby mama, getting arrested, tearing up her house. He's getting escorted out of hotel rooms with the Magneto helmet. Nobody said roid rage. I knew what it was. I said, man, this dude is clearly on something. Smoking weed in your face. Meanwhile, Keyshawn Davis, you bigging this motherfucker up. You got a no contest on your record for marijuana. He smoked marijuana in the public eye. Nobody said anything, Keyshawn. Maybe if you had a real dad in your life, he would have been there to tell you, hey, yo, son. I know all of these guys are your competition, but that motherfucker right there, you don't talk him up at all. Maybe you need a father in your life to tell you some shit like that. Samson, I don't know. I don't know when everyone else knows. But I'm glad you mentioned it. Matter of fact, let me put that up there. Because, you know, the black community got short-term memory. They got short-term memory. There was a meeting last week about stripping T.O. because of his comments, his racist comments. I don't know what happened. Well, we're going to see. Everyone talk about what they're going to say, what they're going to do, and what they should do, and they don't do it. They don't do anything. And sometimes what they do is never enough. It's never enough, which is why I said, you know what needs to be done? Outside of the commission suspending this clown for a year, no black fighter should fight him. Not that they're scared, not that he's worth money. You make him worthless. Because it's not about the money that you're going to make with him, but you're paying him. To fight him is to pay him. He don't deserve to fight the fighters that are doing right by boxing and right by the community so far. I have a problem. I just told you my problem with Keyshawn Davis. All right? My problem with Keyshawn Davis, so far so good in the ring. But his mouth puts him in he talks himself into a lot of corners. He needs to learn that this is deeper than boxing. He needs to learn that. I don't think he learned that. I don't think he knows that. But everybody has a nigga wake-up call in this industry. I don't care if you're Shakur, you claim 50% of you is Puerto Rican. I don't care if you tank and you think that your slant eyes, tattoos, and light skins, and the fact that you was up under Al Heyman. Pause. But maybe not. You had an aura of invincibility that what applies to everyone else won't happen to you. And Derrick James, I don't know what the fuck's going on there. I figured that brother would know better than all of these motherfuckers. That is just disappointing and disgusting. I don't know what the fuck that was. Yeah, I know BVO Keyshawn's still learning, but you know what? Will he be able to accept teachings? Can he submit to authority? Submit to authority. I told y'all, 3 Wise Men of Boxing, when they went on air and they went live, that was not a live stream for me to participate in and show what I know. You shut up and listen. The OGs are talking. They're talking X's and O's. They're talking history of the sport. I'm there to listen and learn. The problem here, and the problem, Delano, what up? The problem here, and no, Delano, Tank does not keep it black, brother. He does not. The problem in our community is that we have a bunch of dudes raised by women, single women, right? And they don't know how to be men. Just because your dick work and you can reproduce, that don't make you a man. That'll make you a man. When Keyshawn sat up there and said, oh, forget fathers, we don't need that, talking about the Vargas brothers, I beg to differ. What you mean you don't need that? He was lashing out. He wants that. He's upset that he didn't have no father. But I bet you this much. And I don't wish it on him. But in the event it comes time that the Vargas brothers will meet the Davis brothers, who do you think the world's going to be rooting for? If they do a blockbuster event, Vargas brothers versus Davis brothers, however they do it, you are going to see what do you think you're going to see? Ain't going to be nothing new to me. My chat's going to be filled with racist Latinos that are going to come out of nowhere that have never been here before. I'm like, oh, well, what's that? I'm trying to talk about boxing. And here y'all come with the Mexican flags and Mayates again. We're going to deal with the Mayates again and all this other shit. And Fernando Vargas and his boys, they ain't on that type of time. I'm not putting that on them. But I'm telling you because I know how this works. They are going to make it a race thing. And Keyshawn needs to understand that you don't have to start it. You never have to start it. But you're going to be involved in it. No matter what you say. No matter what you say, man. So in the event that ever happens, if it ever happens, because I don't know if it happens, but if someone sees dollar signs behind it, they'll make it happen. They will. And watch the industry start holding Vargas boys to a higher standard than Keyshawn. And mind you, Keyshawn's hot right now, and he's putting in a lot of work. He's calling out all the names. But watch how they treat him. Watch how they treat him. Why? Because of the Vargas name. And that's where Keyshawn is going to need the backing of who? Us. To talk up for him. And guess what? We ain't got to lie for Keyshawn. We're going to say he did this, and this. But he not beating Vargas. Okay, we got to see. And then the racial thing is going to happen. I've been down this road too many times. I know how it works. It's a damn shame that these kids, because these guys are kids to me, they act like they don't know what's going on. That's why I say stay on that side of the fence, man. I ain't got time to train you because obviously you ain't had no motherfucking father to train you. And your mama didn't know any better. That's just the truth. For these niggas, whether they're professionals or in my chat, to say, why it's always about race, for you to say that shows me that you're ignorant. You're ignorant. Racism been around before me. It's around now, and it'll be around long before after I'm gone. I mean, long after I'm gone. I didn't create it. I just say, hey, look, what's that about? What's that about? Why people still celebrating Ryan Garcia? All of 2024. Y'all believed everything he said. Y'all allowed him to get on here with these racist meltdowns. Y'all let him. This dude should be canceled out of his socks. And I still had fighters sticking up for him. Tank being one of them. Now, Delano, you just said Tank keeps it black. He does. You already know what I'm going to play. How black is that? How black is that? Hey, Delano, you said it, not me. 10 keeps it black? How black is that? Tell me. Ryan Pop Dirty. Abel, salute. Ryan Pop Dirty, right? Almighty Law, salute. Ryan Pop Dirty, and Tank didn't believe it. Ryan is his friend. Ryan's not a cheater. Man, you called Ryan a cheater. You the one that made him go through all that drug testing before you fought him. You the one that put a weight restriction on him. You did that. What you mean he's not a cheater? You said he was a cheater. You put moles in his camp and all that. Devin didn't do anything. He didn't put him through anything that you put him through. And Devin paid the price. But shout out to Devin because DHP put a spotlight on what a cheating ass racist piece of shit this dude is. Where's the lie? Is Ryan Garcia racist? Yes. Is he a liar? Yes. Is he a drug cheat? Yes. Where's the lie? And yet, Tank is still high-fiving him. And then got quiet. He said, yo, if I'm in here sticking up for you, if I find out you cheated, I'm gonna fuck you up. Ryan responded to him, I didn't cheat, but we can run it back. Question. Is he running it back with him? I mean, he wants the rematch. Is Tank Davis a liar? I don't know. Let's just go to the tape.
You say before you retire, you want to fight Devin and Shakur. Is that still the plan?
I never said that. When I said that, I never said that.
Let me stop it for a second. Let me tell y'all something. And salute to the general, 78 Sports TV, salute. He said salute Drew in the chat, man. Hashtag LDBC. Salute to you, good brother. Thank you so much. Hey, General, they're stealing super chats. Google is stealing super chats this morning. They tried to rob Stormy at $5 this morning. We got their ass. But yo, let me ask y'all a question. Well, let me tell y'all something. Let me put y'all up on game. When you ask someone a question and they pause and they look to their left, there's like a 90% chance they're lying. And don't take my word for it.
You say before you retire, you want to fight Devin and Shakur. Is that still the plan?
I never said that.
One more time. One more time.
You say before you retire, you want to fight Devin and Shakur. Is that still the plan?
I never said that. When I said that, I never said that. But I would for sure. But I never said before I retire, I want to fight them too. I never said that. You said
new deal, 7-fight deal, which is music to the ears of many boxing fans. You get to see you in action for several more years. What type of names are we talking about in those 7 names?
Whoever you name, they could be in it.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Just let them talk. Just let them talk. By the way, what happened to that 7-fight deal? What happened to that? What happened to that? Just let them talk. Just let him talk. Let me pull up something else for y'all. Where's that? By the way, Ryan Garcia teamed with Justin Fortune. Y'all forgot about that? Y'all forgot about Justin Fortune? Yeah, do the research. Do the research. They do know how to hide PEDs. But I guess, you know, he don't want to be found missing. Right? Let me get a hold of my Ryan Garcia video. Damn, where is it? No, that's not it. Fuck is it? By the way, sidebar. Did anyone get an answer? Delano, what are you talking about? Here you go again. Let's keep it a buck, Drew. The O? I'm gonna put that up. If y'all could, I'm looking for a video right now. If y'all could translate what Delano's talking about this morning, let me know. What are you talking about, man? I'm looking for this video. Give me a second. Did anyone figure out what happened? Why did Fabio Wardley and Jarrell Miller? Y'all ever figured out what happened with Jarrell? Anybody? What happened? Anyone? The fight is off. Wardley's still fighting, but Jarrell, one article said, okay, he pulled out of the fight. Other article said he wasn't permitted to fight. What the hell happened? What happened? Where's my Ryan Garcia video? Oh, wait, no, it was my live stream. I thought I made it a short. I'll find it. Give me 1 second. Because Ryan was lying. I was at the presser. Yeah, here it is. There you go. There it is. Share screen. Oh, that's what you're talking about? No, I was asking, was he running it back? I was asking. Was he running it back? Because August 12th, because you know what happens in November? He's fighting Jake Paul. You got a lot of YouTubers that ran around saying, oh, he's not fighting Jake Paul. That was bullshit. No. Jake Paul, and shout out to Tate Jones, he did a video on it last night. That shit was real. It is real. Jake said it. Jake Paul, the face of boxing? God damn. Crazy, right? But let me share this screen. Since I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna stop my music so you can hear everything he says, because I know one motherfucker mad at me. Oh yeah, Ryan Garcia right in front of you. I'd have respected you a lot more if you had said something. What did you want me to say? If I said what I wanted to say, you didn't ever heard him say what he said.
Unless you drop that shit. So we got to see if they hold to their word.
But did you go to deposition? Did they?
No, I didn't go to nothing.
Okay.
I sent my lawyer, whatever.
You feel any rust coming into this fight? Any rust coming into this fight?
Now, for me, it's all about getting in the gym, timing and everything. I feel like I have enough time to get it back. Of course, a 1.5 year layoff sucks. But
Is this the longest you been with
Which of the two fights got your attention? You interested most?
I want Teo because I haven't fought Teo, and I feel like I wanted to do. For me, is like fight everybody. You know, that's what I always wanted to do. When I seen everybody hyping up, you know, Tank, Devin, Teofimo, that was like the whole thing. So in my heart, I wanted to fight Teo because I feel like I handled him, you know, regardless.
So of the 4 kings, that's still ongoing then.
That's how I feel. You know, I feel like that's what it is. But again, if I have to go through Haney again, I will because I feel like I got his number. I feel like
if I have to go through Haney again, I will.
You know.
Now, he just said that, right? Has Ryan said anything past that press conference after he lost and cried in the van? Okay, well, go ahead. Let's go ahead.
He just can't beat me. Since the amateurs, you know, I've always rang his bell. So if I have to do it again, I will.
Ryan, question for you.
Your biggest test? My biggest test, I mean, we got Bruce Ennis out there. You got Teofimo. You know, you got a lot of great fights. I feel like without me, there ain't really that big a fight.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Ryan, question for you. Right here.
All I got is te amo mucho.
Hey, Ryan, question for you. Ryan, question for you. When you hear Tio on the stage and he's spewing, you know, some of his banana rhetoric and charcoal stick, and you think about a year ago when you had your own controversy, what are your thoughts on all of it?
Now, Tio was on there dressed like a field nigga talking about bananas and shit, right? So now this reporter just asked him what he asked him. What do you think about that, especially after everything you went through? Not went through, what you did. Language is important. Let me bring it back so you hear it.
And charcoal stick. And you think about a year ago when you had your own controversy,
when you had your own controversy. No, say what it is. Well, what you did, bro.
What are your thoughts on all of it?
No, I mean, from my perspective, you know, I have my friend right there. And honestly, we say stupid shit together. And we were fucked up, drunk, high, on shrooms. And we got on live, and I started.
You heard that? You heard that?
And honestly, we say stupid shit together. And we were fucked up, drunk, high, on shrooms. And we got to say stupid shit together. And we were fucked up, drunk, high, on shrooms. This shit together. And we were fucked up, drunk, high, on shrooms. And we were fucked up, drunk, high, on shrooms. And we were fucked up, drunk, high, on shrooms. And we were fucked up, drunk, high, on shrooms. And we were fucked up, drunk, high, on shrooms. And we were fucked up, drunk, high, on shrooms. Whoa! High on shrooms. And we were fucked up, drunk, high on shrooms. And we were fucked.
Yeah. Anyone? He said that. He said that. He said that. Dion, salute. He said that we were fucked up, drunk, high on shrooms. Okay? And by the way, where's his black friend now? Remember his black friend was on there talking about how fucked up black people were? That guy. Where's that nigger now? Where's the nigger at? Where the nigger at? Where the nigger at? Where's that nigger? Where's that nigger? Tank want to justify this nonsense. Shakur just want to fight and get money. Because if he wanted to fight with a purpose, he'd have took that 25% from Devin Haney. And possibly could have won that fight. It'd been undisputed in one fight. On a pay-per-view in one fight. So like I said, I don't have to lie on these dudes. I ain't got to spaz on them. I can spaz on my channel. But I'm disciplined and adult enough to be in front of them and get you guys information. What the fuck did you want me to do? Get up there and curse him out? I felt like it. But what did I say? Time reveals all truth. I be an absolute head case and a nigger to do something niggardly like that. And my peers would be like, man, Drew, come on, you're supposed to be professional so you can get information out of that. Do you know when you apply for these credentials, you know they ask you what's your media so they can review it before they give you a credential? Y'all notice I've been invited to a lot of presses lately, right? Because they have my material to review. But if I ran around here acting like an idiot, like Mike S wants me to be, if I ran around here and let's say like the same people like Mike S that wants me to wild out and be a nigger in the public eye and say something, you gotta understand, to even say something to him would turn him off. He would shut down and walk off the stage. What I wanted to say, to shut down and walk off the stage. What I wanted to say to Henry, he'd have shut down and walked off the fucking stage. I already shut Henry Garcia down last year at the fight. Yeah, I told you, yo, all that stuff he was doing, he was trolling. I said, yo, Henry is coming in overweight, a part of trolling. He just stared at me. It was a question that he never answered. You know why? Because he knew his son was juiced. Exactly, Boxer Fan Times 4. You're not a doctor. And there was some bullshit behind the scenes that it's not for me to even say. But I was on the phone with somebody, and Henry so happened to call that somebody via DM to try and get dirt on Bill and say, oh, what was he really, what is the relationship with Victor Conte? Did he do something? Fuck out of here. Delano, Tank. All right, let me address this real quick. He says Tank's blades two of the best in the division, Rolly and Ryan. So he is top dog. Besides Haney, no one has a better record. That is not accurate, Delano. First of all, Rolly was not the best in the division when he fought him. Devin was. And Ryan was never a 4 king. He was a drained shell of himself versus Tank with a broken rib, courtesy of Cindy, the mole that was put into his camp. And he was also drug-free. And he never had a belt, so he was never a top dog. He was celebrated. Just because it's celebrated don't mean you're great. That's number one. Number two, Teofimo Lopez has a better resume than Tank Davis, man. Where's the lie? Stop right there. I don't need to go into detail. But listen to what I just said. And I don't like Teofimo. But he has a better resume than Tank Davis. Just stop right there. And I don't like Teofimo at all. But we's a talking boxing there now, right? We's a talking boxing. So with all that other nonsense aside, when you look at the resume, who has a better resume? Tank Davis or Teofimo Lopez? It's not even close. I guess Tank has better tattoos. He said Rolly. How does that Rolly Romero fight look now that Rolly done beat the shit out of Ryan too? Don't look too good either. No, Delano, don't talk to Brother Reef. Talk to me. Teofimo Lopez, you just said he's a top dog. Teofimo Lopez is better than Rolly and Ryan. This ain't hate because I don't like either one of these clowns. But if we's a keep it boxing, Teofimo Lopez got a better resume. And thank you, Stormy. Tank got roach problems. You got to call pest control, bro. We got to see what happens in August. I got roach. And if Tank wins, it's going to be another robbery. It took him 50 years just to announce the rematch. He didn't leave that ring and say, yo, I want to run it back. No, he left that ring and tried to give you Jake Paul. He wasn't trying to get back in the ring. I thought that was his boy. Oh, my God, Delano. Are you for serious? Are you for real? One last name, 4 syllables. Lomachenko. You know Lomachenko? The guy that Tank ducked for like 5 years and wants to fight him now that he has a back problem and he's old. What are you talking about? Delano, you don't know boxing. You're just a Tank fan. You don't know boxing. What do you mean who did T.O. beat? Look at the resume. It sounds like I'm talking up to you. I can't stand Teofimo Lopez. He's a shark mouth, barracuda mouth ass racist. But see, Delano, you're making me do this. You see what I mean? Thank you, Marcus Walls. He beat Josh Taylor at 140. Josh Taylor at 140. Former undisputed champion. Beat Lomachenko to become unified. Not undisputed, unified. Come on, man. And you giving Tank credit for beating Rolly Romero and Ryan Garcia. No, Delano, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. We know all of this. You made a statement. Hollywood, salute. You made a statement. You made a statement. Don't put Haney in this. Look what you tried to do just now. T.O. scared. I'm gonna read it how you wrote it. T.O. is scared of Day, Haney, and will not fight black fighters. How can you counter him? Well, before all the racist shit, T.O. was there the whole time. Remember when I said there was a lot of belts moving around at 135, and if Tank was the man, how come he didn't stop all those belts from moving around? How did he allow Devin Haney to become undisputed? How did he allow George Kambosos to come in and snatch his food? How did he allow Teofimo to become unified? And don't look now, Shakur got Devin's old belt, and so does Tank. Why aren't they unifying right now? I said all of this, man. You were here the whole time. I just asked the question. Every time I ask why Tank is not doing something, his fans come in here and act like he ain't got to do shit. But y'all do know everything. Y'all think y'all know everything that Devin's doing. And Devin's supposed to beat the world. He's supposed to beat David Benavidez and Boots Ennis, and he's supposed to beat up everybody. Right? So I'm including T.O. because you know why? I'm going to include Lomachenko and T.O. because Tank was supposed to take care of all that work before anybody got to anybody. Where's the lie? You see, if Tank had Shakur on his resume, win or lose, Devin on his resume, win or lose, Lomachenko on his resume, win or lose, Teofimo on his resume, win or lose, I wouldn't have a problem with Tank. Because at least he tried. But he ain't doing shit. You know what he's trying to do? You know what he tried to do? After fighting to a draw with Lamar Roach, he tried to give you Jake Paul. The only reason why he's fighting Lamar Roach is because of popular demand. Now his feet being held to the flames and he don't like it. That's why he ain't on Twitter. That's why he ain't talking. Because he ain't got shit to say. He's been found out. Hence the name of the show. Stay your ass on that side of the fence, nigga. Ain't no coming back. I remember what you did, nigga. Is Shakur a great fighter? I think he's pretty damn good. But I remember everything you said, and I remember everything you did. You don't need me to fight for you when you get attacked. And there's no other explanation but the color of your skin. I'm just going to point out the violation, but I ain't going to fight for you. I did it enough. When they dragged him for the De Los Santos fight, I said, man, get off his dick. The kid won. Everybody else dragged him, called him boring. I never said that. I said, man, get the fuck out of here. He won. De Los Santos you ain't like how De Los Santos look? You need to email him or DM, fuck email. You could DM these boys now. And say, yo, man, why you ain't cut off the ring? You hit hard. You deal with it. When he had that mishap at the gas station They put his mugshot on motherfucking BoxRec. Somebody went there and put it back to his Olympic picture. Then somebody went back and put it back to the mugshot. They only do that to black fighters, and that was before he revealed that he was Puerto Rican. That was before all of that. Just for you to turn around and ignore what was happening to Devin, all of you niggas. Once Ryan popped, that was it. That was it. That was it. And here comes Delano. T.O. only solid win was a drained Taylor in a hype Tech. He's talking about Lomachenko. He was even scared to fight Tevin Farmer. Come on, Drew. Tank got it no matter what beef who got with him. I'm reading it how you wrote it. Josh Taylor fought Teofimo at the full 140. What the fuck are you talking about? Lomachenko, now watch this. I'm going to give Teofimo credit for the Lomachenko win. Why? Because Lomachenko got in there, right? Right? You know, just like how y'all told Devin. Well, if he knew he was overweight, Devin got in there. Yeah, he got in there. They make excuses for Loma with his shoulder, but he got in there. But Devin ain't make no excuses. And we're saying, yo, look, that man was overweight. They still took the fight. Y'all don't even credit him. Y'all don't say he has heart or nothing. Y'all made fun of him and said, I can't unsee the left hook. That's what y'all did. That's what you niggas did. That's what you did. Now, you mentioned Tevin Farmer. Now, Black Martial Arts Society, what up? You mentioned Tevin Farmer, right? Delano, please stop. You stepped in it. Because Tevin and Tank was supposed to fight like 10 years ago, man. Stop it. Stop it. They could have fought. Why didn't Tank smash the gas on him like with maximum effort? Because they ain't fight hard enough for that. Josh Taylor was not drained. He got outboxed. Tank ain't fighting no Josh Taylor at 140. He could have fought Josh Taylor at 140. Who did he give you? Mario fucking Barrios, who he knocked into a somersault. But he could have went straight to 140 and fought Josh Taylor. Delano, why didn't he do that? Tio did it. Why didn't he do that? See what I mean? High-tech Lomachenko, he could have did it 5 years ago. Why he didn't do that? With no hurt shoulder. And Loma was calling him out aggressively. Delano, stop, bro. Stop. If you watch my material, I covered all of this. Where's the lie? I don't have to lie. I'm just asking questions. Why didn't Tank do this, this, and this? And all I'm hearing is tattoos and he from the trenches in Baltimore. What? There's no getting through to you niggas. You're mentioning names that Tank didn't even fight. T.O. beat Josh Taylor. T.O. beat Lomachenko. Stop me when I'm lying. And that's why I say, you see those three niggas over there? Stay on that side of the fence, man. Stay your ass right there, because there's going to be a reckoning. And Tank is finding out right now. That's why he ain't talking as much. Any other time, he all over social media talking crazy. You know, if someone has a tough fight, he's on there clowning them. Nah. You got sunned by a 130-pounder. You taking knees in the fight. You blaming hairdressers for getting hair and shit in your eyes, and you out there, you look stupid, man. There was no plan B. And that's the funny part. That was Tank. Everyone talking about, oh, Tank gonna get him early in the rematch. No, he's not. But you know what? Let me retract that. It's boxing. Anything's possible. But I didn't see anything in that first fight that he could do in the second fight. There was no adjustments. He was just eating jabs. And he couldn't beat Lamont Roach up on the inside like he normally beats everybody else up on. Now, you want to talk about drained, Delano. Frank Martin was drained, and that's a fact. I called someone that was in the camp at the weigh-in. I said, he just said he was drained. Is that true? He was like, yeah. But he should be all right tomorrow. You want to talk about who's drained? You know who else was drained? Ryan Garcia was drained when he fought Tank. So, Delano, please stop. Please. Do Tank a favor and stop. No. Delano, don't move the goalposts. Don't talk about Ortiz and Sandor Martin problems. No. The question was of resume at 135. You said that Tank has a better resume than him. Well, that's the discussion. And I'm saying he does not. And I just explained it all. If the world was to stop right now and Tio hung it up and Tank hung it up, and the world had to make a decision, you have to put one of these guys in the Hall of Fame. You put Teofimo in it. Why? Resume. I'm looking at resume. Like it or not. And plus, Tio's going to go in it because he's a racist. And then leave Tank's yellow tattooed ass out just where he is. Nigga. Well, that's my time. I'm getting the fuck up out of here. But you fence riders, y'all stay your ass right on that side of the fence. With your Ryan Garcia, Ped Fist, with your I can't unsee the left hooks, and Peds ain't the problem, and tampered gloves with Fury. All you niggas, stay on that side of the fence. Because 2024 shined a light on this shit. 2025, now action is going to happen. It's the sexy thing to pick Shakur to dominate Zepeda, but stranger shit have happened. Shakur's always in shape. He's always sharp. But I don't hear all of y'all calling him Pillow Fist. I don't hear it. I'm just watching. I don't hear it. And guess what? I ain't wishing bad on anybody. I'm just letting God do his job. Allah's a perfect planner. Buddha, Jesus, that 8-armed elephant, Hindus, whatever. Pray to who you worship. I'm watching this thing. Tank been very quiet, right? He was about to give you Jake Paul, but not before you fight that Roach. Y'all nervous. Y'all nervous for this. There was no part of that fight that you could say Tank dominated at all. He didn't run. Roach was in the pocket. And what happens when he starts backing Tank up and smash the gas on him? Amen. And Derek James, he was asked a simple question. A simple question. And what did he give you? Matter of fact, let me remind you. Give me a second. Let me remind you. Because I can show you better than I can tell you. My God. Even Canelo and his team, the Juice Crew, they even want Ryan Garcia around there. He bringing too much heat over there. And Derek James hasn't spoken a word since. I knew there's something wrong. I already know there's something wrong with B-Hop. But when Henry Garcia made the nappy head comment at the Fatal Fury press, no, that was the Garcia-Haney presser. I looked right over at those two bald-headed motherfuckers, and they didn't say anything. I was like, oh, shit. Well, here you go.
They're trying to deny Shakur and Zaquin getting into the event.
I'm still trying to make it. Fuck that shit,
Good job, baby. Then he got there. The double got Derek, can you talk to us just about the fight? What you think? What you think about the fight, the outcome, Ryan's performance?
Y'all stay your asses right on that side of the fence, man. Whoever that was asking him, he wasn't even disrespectful. He just wanted an interview. Like, yo, what happened? Derek couldn't even say no comment. He couldn't even say, yo, I'm gonna go to the post fight. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't even say, I don't even know. I'll tell him to do this and that. He just wasn't executing. He didn't even blame Ryan. But I hope that paycheck was worth it, bro. Hope it was worth it. Yeah, Shemaine, he always looked like he lost, man. I'm like, man, I love going with my first instinct, man, because I got this man's number. And I didn't bother him because he was going to go to the UK and train with AJ. And I said, yo, I'm not going to disturb you because I know you in camp. But when you get back, I'll give you a call, get you on the show. He said, oh, okay. Yeah. I was like, all right. And I just never did it. I'm glad I didn't do it, man. You stay on that side of the fence, man. I'm just disappointed. Enigmatic Son, salute. And you're right, there ain't no code. So these niggas over here, and there's more. They stay your ass on that side. If you see Ryan trying to hop the fence, no. You keep your punk ass right there. We're done here. Salute to everybody in November, Zelda Cash App Super Chat. Pep Talk tonight. I wanted to do it yesterday, but bro, I was just tired, man. I was doing a lot of construction around the house. Plastering walls and moving furniture around and got new furniture. Just, you know, a man's work is never done. I'm a man's man. And look, man, I know y'all detractors, y'all mad. Stay mad. It's all good. I think the general's on. Let's head over there. See y'all tonight. See y'all in the AM, man. Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
I appreciate the support. For more unedited content, follow me on Patreon, Drew Titan, LLC.